Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another project tutorial. In this tutorial we're building this kind of parallax effect using GSAP. So as you can see, it's smooth and works perfectly. Let's get started. First of all, in the description you will find the assets. You need to download this. We have our background, our cupcake and mask, as well as the middle part. I used Photoshop to cut these parts. You can just download it and use it on your projects. First of all, let's create our boilerplate exclamation enter, and let's call this parallax candy land. And let's link our CSS file style.css. Now in the body, let's first create a section. Inside this section we will use these images. First let's add the image tag. First one is going to be the background assets bg. Let's give it an alt tag of background, and additionally we will use another property data-speed. So this is the speed how we want background to go, so it should remain 0. As you can see here, the background remains almost still, only the middle part and the cupcake are moving. Let's duplicate this 2 more times. The second one is going to be our middle bg.png, and let's call this middle background, and this time the data speed is going to be 10. You can play with this and see what you like. I'm going to stick with 10, and this one is going to be 12, and this third image is going to be our cupcake. And let's create another section. We call it container div with a class of container h2 get the best experience. Okay, let's create a p tag. We will use lorem 15, and after this let's create 2 more buttons. Button with a class of btn learn more. Let's duplicate it and call this book tickets, and also additional class btn underscore outline. And we are also going to need this vector, this cloud shape vector that I created using Photoshop. Let's insert this at the top. Image, assets, and mask. Let's give the alt tag of mask svg and a class of mask. Okay, let's open our website with live server. Make sure you install this extension live server on VS Code. So this is the structure of our web page, and let's style this to make it look like this. Let's go to CSS file, make sure you link it, and let's import our font. We're going to use 2 fonts here from Google Fonts. So let's go to fonts.google.com and search for Poppins, get font, and another one is going to be bubblegum sans. This is one of my favorite fonts. I use it almost all projects. And let's copy the embed code, import Let's copy this line and paste it at the top, and let's select everything and remove the margin and padding 0 and box sizing to border box. Okay, now let's style the body and give it a height of 100 VH and background color to hashtag 11161F. Color is going to be white and font family is going to be Poppins, comma sans serif. Okay, let's check it a bit. Okay, it's working. Our font is also working. Let's select the section and give it a height of 100 VH and position to relative, overflow to hidden, and after that let's select the section images. We will give it a width of 100% and position to absolute and object fit to cover and top to 50% and left to 50% and translate -50%, comma -50%. So let's check it. This will place the image in the center. Alright, let's select the section image.bg, meaning the image which has a class of bg. We forget to add that. Let's add them. bg, this is going to be class of middle-bg, and this is going to be cupcake. Okay, now the image which has a class of bg will have top to 0, height to 100%, and translate -50% for the y-axis and 0% for the y-axis. Let's duplicate this 2 more times. This is going to be middle-bg and it is going to be bottom 20%, height 100%, and transform -50%, -20%, and this is going to be cupcake and bottom to 30 VH, and the height, we don't need the height here. Let's give it a width of 60% and set index of 3. Let's check it out. Okay, I think it's working correctly. This is the cupcake, the middle background and the main background. Okay, now let's select the container and margin 0 auto, margin dash top to 20 rem and max width of 600 pixels, text align to center, top to 0, and let's style the title H2, give it a font size of 3.5 rem and font family to bubblegum sans, here, and color to hashtag ADDBD1. cyan color. Margin bottom 2.5 rem. Let's see how it looks. Okay, this is in the right spot. Let's style the paragraph and the buttons. Let's select the button and give it a padding of 1.2 rem top and bottom and 2 rem for the left and right. Border radius to 3 rem. Margin left to margin right to 1 rem. Cursor to pointer and outline 0. Border to none and background is color to hashtag EF5A73 and color to white, and also font family to bubblegum sans. Let's copy this and paste it here. Also a font size of 1.5 rem. Let's see. Okay, working correctly. Let's style the paragraph now. Container P MB, margin bottom 3 rem and font size to 1 rem. Okay, now let's style the outline button. .conbtn dash outline. Background color to transparent. Border to 2 pixels solid. Hashtag EF5A73. And the color is going to be that same red color. Now let's check it out. Not working. Let's select the container. Okay, now it's working. All right, perfect. I think we're missing our mask. Let's mask, select the mask and position to absolute, set index 10 and width to 100%, as well as bottom to -1 pixels. Okay, now let's save it and check it out how it looks. Okay, everything works fine except the cupcake is a bit further, I think. Yes, we need to fix the cupcake. Oh, here, this is going to be -20%. Okay, now it's in the right spot. All right, now let's search for CDN.js. Go to this website cdnjs.com and search for GSAP. Click on this first result and import the first GSAP 3.12.5. Let's copy this. You may find different version, but it will still work, don't worry. Let's go to our index.html and before the ending of the body tag, let's write a comment GSAP CDN, paste it. We will also need a scroll trigger from the GSAP library. Let's also import that. Scroll down a bit and you will see this scroll trigger. Copy it and paste it below our main CDN. So these are the 2 CDNs we need, and also I will use a smooth scrolling effect from Linus. Let's type Linus. So go to this website JSDeliver and search for Linus. You will find this page, and let's copy this script, copy and paste it here. Also, we will need a function that we can copy from this website. This is the basic setup of Linux. Let's copy it and let's create a script tag. You can create another script.js, but I will do it here. Okay, let's remove some of this. We don't need everything here. Let's remove these 2 lines and that's it. And let's check it if it works or not. Refresh, and as you can see, smooth scrolling, butter smooth scrolling. Very nice. Now let's create this parallax effect using GSAP. First of all, let's select the images using const images is equals to gsap.utils.toArray, and the class name we're going to use is parallax. We need to add this to our images, so let's go to these 3 images and class, control click in front and paste it. So you will have this common class of parallax in 3 images, and let's select the images dot. We're going to loop through these images using for each image. Let's return an arrow function. Now let's select the gsap.to method of the image and give it a y% to image.data set.speed. Remember, we set some default speeds here, 0, 10 and 12. This is going to animate it here on the y%. And also let's give it a scroll trigger and scrub to true, meaning the images will come one after another, not at the same time. So this is what the scrub method does. Okay, now let's save it and see if everything works correctly. Okay, our parallax seems to be working, but our cupcake is a bit farther at the bottom. Let's change the data speed to -12. Let's check if it works. Okay, now it's working perfectly, just like our promo. And that's it. And you can play with this data speed, like if you set it to 100. Let's see what it does. See, it goes farther. And if you can play with different values, let's set it to 120 and let's see you can play and look what works best. I'm gonna give it 10 and -12 and refresh. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe and see you soon. Bye bye. Have a great day.